Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ravegal doing a Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise run. This one is still on the harder flag set, the Fabul Gauntlet Free Enterprise. However, instead of just creating one, this is actually one that was run by a streamer that I enjoy, Puexel. So I noticed that he had the link for his own, or for the CD he was running in the description, and grabbed it, and I haven't watched his video yet, so my thought was, I know some people have mentioned that they like to play it and then watch my video, which is why I have the links in my description, so this time I'm doing the same thing for his, so I can go back and watch his and see how he did it differently than I would. So, let's go ahead and get started. Looks like we have a Rydia start, which will be interesting. Oh, Rydia. Okay. The Magma Key. Okay. So Rydia is not a very strong start. That's seems very, very dependent on getting some early game treasure. This is on Pro Seed, so there's a lot of difficult locations right off the bat where we can get good gear. But it's gonna be really hard to find stuff. So Rat Tail, Rubicund, D-Lunar, Legend, and Dark Imps. Okay, that's triple boss hunt right off the bat. Okay, so we're gonna go straight into the underground here. Just gonna do a quick check there. That's actually not bad, but not necessary right now, probably. But with this party, that is definitely a thing. So, right away, I want to get good gear. And the main thing that's coming to mind is Rydia needs a dancing dagger for this party early game. So my thought is we're gonna do a couple of the underground checks right away, because those are gonna have slightly higher gear, and we'll see where we're at. Also, we found ethers, which we don't have money to get more ethers, but I think we'll be okay for now. So we're going to go straight over to this cave, to the Cave of the Eidolons. That's a Sylph summon. That's gonna actually make my earlier statement about Dancing Dagger pointless. Okay. So now we know which treasure chest it is, so we can open the rest of them. And the trick here is this gets us a bunch of decent gear, but even if we can't use it, it gets us money. We did get Sylph as a summon, which is really powerful. So this dungeon only has one trap treasure chest, but because it's behind a key item, and because it is a location that has trap chests, it's kind of a double up for better gear. Now, there's only one trap chest, so it's actually weighted a little lower than some of the other places. Actually, that's a lot of decent items, depending on who else we get as party members. Power Staff. Luca Key. That's not great right off the bat, but something. Diamond and middle. Still nothing super great outside of the Sylph Summon. Let's just do a quick check here. There's not a whole lot we can sell. Just because I don't know who else we're going to get. We have basically one set of gear right now, unfortunately. And I don't think it's worth it for that Elfin Bow. I know my intention was to sell stuff, and if I'd found a really good item, I would have. Elfin Bow is a mediocre item in the grand scheme of things. Okay. So if we don't get a lot of white mage options, we do have Ashura down here for Rydia as well. I'm dumb. I haven't been playing a ton of these lately, and my brain is moving a little faster than my fingers on a couple of these. Like, I was thinking, hey, I need to go down and check these spots. That's Odin and Yang as the bosses for Feymarch. Yang is going to be awful, and that Odin's going to be awful, so that's probably just not happening. There was also no really good items, so we're just not going to have to deal with Feymarch again. Unless I want to go back to those black belts later. I'm like really desperate for gear. But I find that unlikely. So that was not great. We did get the Sylph, so that's okay. I think we're gonna go here. So the goal with all of this is just going to be to I should have equipped stuff first. Oh well. Tier 3. Okay. There was some okay stuff there. Mute Dagger, actually the first item that I'm going out of my way to get. Okay. Not sure it's worth selling everything, but that would go a long way as well. We'll see what we find. So I can have a pretty kitted out Rydia right now if I get that rune armlet. What is But I got a second. Oh, it was the helmet. That's unfortunate. Should be able to get up to the 20,000 here. I'm not sure this is worth grinding up to, but at this point we've gone out of our way for it. Yeah. And Newt Dagger. Let's come with a Change Rod. Wizard. Sure. Anything. And then we can just clear out our inventory quick. And shield. Okay. And we'll pop back up here. Cut across. There's our elven bow, glad we can buy one. And a dancing dagger. Nice. So we're gonna switch Rydia over to the dancing dagger for the very beginning. Like the first fight that we do. And then past that, we'll probably switch her over to the mute dagger or a change rod or something. I feel like getting those checks out of the way early gives us better base gear than we would get from most other places. And depending on what characters we find, that gives us a lot better flexibility. So, do one more check here before we start actually going through looking for key items. Let's get ready to summon here. I don't even know what that is. Is that Odin? Okay. Cockatrice, which would be Petrify. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. That was actually a really impressive set of stuff. For early game. Like, we're gonna be able to cream whatever's waiting for us here. Basically, unless this is something ridiculous, we'll be in good shape. Dark Elf should be fine. We'll see how much damage this actually does. I don't think this is a really high magic spot. It's not a high magic spot, but it's a high enough for Rydia to go down spot. Seriously? Come on. Well, that could have gone better. So, try that again. Just for the record, this is why we were taking so much time on this. Okay. Actually, I want to go... Come on. Okay, so let's see if this is better. I gave Rydia the headband, or the bandana, because that increases vitality. And what that will do is make it so when she gets resurrected, she'll have more health. Which will increase her chances of actually living. I'm just gonna go ahead and tank through this beginning again, and I'm not gonna heal Rydia right away. I just realized this guy's weak to... Oh, I got rid of the white arrows. Figures. Well. Just a couple more hits should do it. There we go, full 30. That could have gone better. Well, let's see if this works. Nope. No? See if we can pull it out. There we go. Rydia starts at level 1, so she is very much in need of actually getting levels right away. This will get her, so that just getting those levels, in addition to getting a Rosa, is nice. We now have Rydia with the ability to actually use Sylph. So from here, we can actually just start the normal grind. Triple mage start is still rough. We'll see where we're at. Honestly, Sylph makes everything better. It has a long animation time, but it has high spell power, and there's a glitch where as long as you have the MP to use it, it is free to cast. which basically means Rydia can constantly cast it for free. It does have a longer cast time than Virus, which is the closest thing for comparable cast times or spell powers. Assassin Dagger. Mute. Gaia. Sorcerer Rune. Early game, we're gonna have her go Bandana, Karate. Antella should be good with where he's at. And just to make sure, I did use Sylph, right? Yeah. Full Gauntlet, great. This is probably just going to be annoying more than anything. I'll probably actually switch her back to a Dancing Dagger here. At least it's an easy location. Like, there are way worse places that this could be. This is a low enough level spot for this that our mages are able to physical their way through it pretty much, which is fine. It's technically a little slow, maybe, but whatever. Like, I bet we could be using ice or something to get through it, but whatever. Twin Harp. So that's slow. I guess our next spot, I should have actually picked up a pan while I was down there. Or should have done the Sylph check on Yang. Let's do that quick. Check your freebies, as they like to say. Like, I'm halfway tempted to try and loot Sylph Cave, but it's so rough. It has 6 trap chests, so you basically have to do trial and error until you find all of them. so now we can get one item from Sheila, and then we'll get another one when we go to the Fabul Gauntlet. I'm feeling pretty good with this setup for Fabul. I don't know where else we could really make this work, though. Like, maybe we could get through, honestly, I'm thinking we might want to go do Baron Inn. Oops. No. Just to get another character. If we can get a actual tanky character. Well, first of all, if we get a tanky character, then we know who our tanky character is. There's our rat tail. We don't have the hook yet, so we can't actually get it to where we need it, but got it. So it's a string of unfortunate circumstances. I guess we could even look at I guess technically we could. Yeah, we'll see. I think Sylph should just wreck him. And this isn't a high enough HP spot that his waves are going to be super powerful. Perfect. Gathering waves. Lit one hit. Lightning scared him. I think this should kill him. Let's see if we get another item worth anything. Pan. Figures. French vanilla pan is always annoying, but it works. It's something. I always forget which places you can exit out of and which ones you can't. Let's do a quick check on the shops. Nothing worthwhile. Kamikazes have a few spots where they can be useful. So I think we continue following freebies here. So Fabul led us to Pan, which means we can go back down and get 2 more checks. Sylph Cave. I'm gonna do a quick save and do a couple treasure chests on the way down. Just the ones that are on the way-ish. That's a good find. Figures. A little too greedy, I guess. Honestly though, all of the other ones I checked were worth it. Like getting a Stardust early is good. Getting those samurai drops. Another samurai armor is good money. Or if we get 2 tanky characters, is good. Crystal Shield is worth a lot of money. If we get Cecil, it's good. Like, I'm okay with stopping to pick all those up again, obviously. Get the pan. Artemis arrows. Not progression, but makes Rosa scary. Especially if we find any more dragon bosses. Let's do the freebie quick, and then we'll head back to Baron. And then from there, I'm thinking ordeals. Baron Inn is 2 bosses, one of which is very easy. And it's a character. The important part is it's a character. Vanilla Spoon. That's unfortunate. I mean, the good news is we are actually clearing through items. Like, we found several key items. They're just not useful key items. I should also do a quick check here. We have 3 boss requirements. Let's just quick check Waterfall boss and Demist spot. Lunars, Rubicant, Dark Depths. This should be a really easy fight. Even if I screw up and click on the wrong one. That's fine. I'm getting weird double inputs on my controller here, so hopefully that'll take care of it. I accidentally cleared the wrong the attacker instead of the defender because of the double input. But this is a low enough HP spot, we should be able to clear through it. By the way, the reason I'm clearing this out, even though it's not required, is it's going to give a little bit more XP, and it's more importantly going to give access to a couple treasure chests, which are actually supposed to be pretty high rarity drops, especially for Overworld. Like, it's only a couple, but they're good. So Belly. I hate how particular that spell is. There's so many places where it can't be used. That was probably not actually worth it, but whatever. Okay, so Baron. Really? We're gonna stop at the item shop and sell some stuff first. Let's give her samurai arrows now. Wind spears, ice brand, iron arrows, ice armor, fire arrows, I guess, white arrows, shuriken, poison claw, ice shield. More star veils. We are now equipped to loot. We're not actually going to full loot Baron. It does not actually have that many. Basically, it has very low chance of actually getting good stuff. That's a Palom? One objective down. Evil Claw. Ugh. Okay. I think we'll just throw the self on. It's so hard. Samurai arrows back. That's not good. Huh. Unfortunately, we have to redo the sails. That was accidentally a double input again. really... Yeah, I think we're gonna go to Ordeals. We need levels to get through that, and don't have it right now. Getting a Paladin Cecil would be great, or something like that, where we could get some physical defense. Even if we put Tella in the back row, realistically right now, the best chance is going to be Blink. And Tella will get Blink from from completing Ordeals. Did just pick up another Sorcerer Robe, which will give another defense increase as an option, and stat increase if we're doing casting. Vanilla Mylon? Nope, Mylon Z. Switching him over from the Power Staff so he can use magic. He doesn't have good magic right now, but you can see he still did a decent chunk of damage by hitting an elemental weakness. Wow. Literally swapped Mylon spots. That's more damage than I really want to deal with. So I think we're gonna let's do a Stardust. This should help keep the damage down. Should wipe the rest of the enemies, and then we're gonna have this one more lit one before Rydia should kill him with Silk. Oh, my body. Oh, we don't have to wait for the shake on that one. Nice. Pass. Seriously? Thanks, game. And Sparkle, or that's not the Lunars. Yeah. So Tilla's got all his spells back. We'll be able to give him a Sorcerer Robe now, and toss him in the back row, actually have him use spells. Unfortunately, he doesn't get some of the best actual spells, or the actual best spells like Nuke or Quake. But he does get something called Blink, which is basically going to be able to help us get through that evil wall fight. So I don't think she's got it yet. Ninja. Switch this back over to Artemis. One thing I'm trying to work on recently is not taking quite as many safety saves. I'm not always doing a great job with it. Or taking them at more opportune times, I guess, as well as just not healing constantly. Which is a more immediate thought. Should end us with full health. Dead. Here we go. Okay, so if he can't one-shot Tella, that'll go a long way. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna try and race. This is a pretty high HP spot. Crap. The good news is it doesn't actually give XP, so Radiant Dying doesn't matter as much. And it's a full heal spot, which means we don't have to worry as much. Power Key. It's not great, but it gives us a couple more checks coming up here. Glasporum, okay. Well, the mage train continues. We actually have now a more worthless character than anything. Already at 7 key items. I mean, I feel like Twin Harp is the next logical check. Run over here. Sure. Silk Web. New Bell. Yeah, the forum's not great, but the check and the fact that it's required for it's a required part of the suit, so that's fine. This is actually one of the places I've been considering adding a couple loot spots in, just because it is, I'm not even 100% sure why the loot would be higher here, but it is. Okay, so basically one of the big things here is going to be I want to make sure that I get my art all equipped with metallic items. I think everybody's got Iron Ring on except Rydia, so we'll see if that works. That'll make the first fight go through without the Dark Elf actually getting to do all of his spells and stuff. There we go. Instant Perish. And we get to listen to randomized music, which I am excited about, always. That's pretty good. Spinach Rag. Okay, Miss Dragon. I don't think this is gonna do enough, but we'll check. I forgot he comes with Blink. Ugh. This is awesome. Yeah. Hopefully Rosa can get this off before... Nope. This is such an annoying fight. Save some of those. Samurai arrows are almost as good and way more accessible. Oh, just attack. I hate this fight so much. Like, we're at no risk of dying, it's just long. So, I screwed up a little bit here. I should have tossed a silk web, like, right away, so that we got a little bit more time before each round of attacks. Does Dancing Dagger do nothing here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see if this is better. Probably not. It is, okay. Just because your strength stat is so crap, I guess. Pretty sure we're... No, I should have done one more attack there. Oh well. And since I hesitated, we're going to get a counterattack. good news is... no matter what the item here is, we're getting 2 checks out of it. And that is required. Legend Sword. Don't have enough MP for Tella. Get out. So we get to do the really clumsy warp. Hey, I actually menued it right. Okay. So... puts us at 8 key items. We're actually getting really close already to 10 key items, which is slightly disturbing. Considering how early or how slow this is going. Like, I guess despite the fact that it feels like I haven't been doing great, the fact that we're dragging really bad, we've actually gotten a decent chunk of overworld checks. Like, pretty significant number. Book from that Mist Dragon. Pretty good. I think we're just gonna keep moving. I think at this point, I need to know what my character options are before I start feeling like I'm behind on equipment. And like, we've got lots of other character options floating out there, and almost all of them are going to be better than what we've got. So we're going to go over here quick and do that rat tail check. Just a Dragoon helm, but it is required. This is a really weird seed. Like, the all-mage start is weird. The like early underground with the back and forth, and like you have to go to Fabul to get the pan, so you're automatically double dipping Fabul. And save. We're gonna save. Mute Bell, Rune Armlet. We are gonna loot this cave. Let's just do a quick check here to see if there's anything worth it. Cabins. Okay. We're gonna go get the character check. So here, and then we're gonna go actually check the two addition, or we're gonna go do the 2 additional checks basically. For bosses. So Steelmen aren't that scary. Okay, they're pretty scary. They hit pretty hard, but they are. Let's see here. Do I have anything really good left? Guess that works. And that's why we save. At least we know where it is now. Lots of crystal shields in this seed. I have this suspicion we're going to end up doing a bunch of weird checks late game for bosses. That seems like the type of seed this is going to be at this rate, where it'll be a really fast early, as far as getting a lot of the early sorry, I'm just getting distracted here. A lot of the objectives just we kind of rattled off pretty quick here, and I suspect that we're now going to just be in this weird stasis kind of thing where we have to go digging. Really was not paying enough attention to what items were in what chests here. So I think we're gonna do this, and then we're just gonna skip those 2 because I'm pretty sure it was one of them. Another cabin. Tiara. We just basically are getting close to kitting out our Iridia. Vanilla Edge with a Golbez at the Rubicon spot. Okay. Ironically, this is probably the character I was least looking at getting, judging by all the heavy armor we've been pulling. Like, somebody who could actually use all the shields and stuff we've got would be nice. So what I'm gonna do is create a save here. We're gonna walk through Lower Babel and check the King Queen Evelyn spot. King Queen Evelyn is the first boss, so we know one of them down here is Golbez. We'll see who the other one is, and then we'll reset back to that save point so we don't actually have to walk back out unless it's a boss that we need to beat. And if it is a boss we need to beat, then we've got, you know, Edge. And Tella with all of his magic, and Iridia with Sylph and Tiara, and I should equip at some point here. I'm just gonna do a real quick equip swap because we are planning on resetting here, ideally. Okay, we know it's not D-Lunar, Rubicant, or... Yep. I forgot to get him that. So we get to warp out. That's another one we should have used warp on. Oh well. And that one maybe shouldn't have been what? Ugh. So equipment for edge. I haven't been paying enough attention on that. I don't think we actually had much. Okay, let's just real quick. Somebody's got a ninja equipped. Rune Ring, Wizard Robe, Lunar Staff, Diamond Ring, option for Cursed Tella, Strength Ring. I don't think... Actually, Mute Dagger is better than what he's got right now. And we've got a Thunderclaw in case we need it. And she can still use a Change Rod. So, Advancing Bacchus, Iron. So yeah, Mute Dagger is slightly better than the short sword he starts with, and it does extra damage against mage enemies, which will be nice. Should we find mage enemies to kill? Where are we at? Tower, I guess. Tempted for a short grind here. That'd be another option, I guess. We do have the ability to do either... Well, actually, wait. We're at 9 key items. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to head up the tower and do... Oops. Which we actually do want to find the trap chest here. So, should actually be opening some. Alerts will summon monsters. There we go. The cry command, for some reason, raises your ability to steal. It's just a weird fluke thing in the game. Also, unlike a lot of games, you can steal multiple times. Okay, so we got a few sirens. That'll let us do a grind either here or on the moon. It'll make things go a little faster, a little smoother, given the kind of rough party we've got. That's a really awful spot for a Mom Bomb. It automatically gets extra XP, or not XP, HP. So we have to burn through that extra layer with it. Really should put a or have swap edge in Forum, I believe. Wow, that was a really fast explosion. That's only targeted at one person, so it's not actually good. That should kill them, though. Zerk. That's good. As a reminder, if we get part of our goal here, obviously we'd love to find either the adamant or the darkness crystal to really open up the field a bit here. Adamant would finish off our objectives, and we were just down to a boss hunt. Comet. Okay. So that should be fine. Actually, wait, does Bahamut... Bahamut has, like, really, really low... magic attack. I think Bahamut has really, really low magic attack, so I may not even be super, super worried here. We'll just do kind of a safety here. Oops. Well, we'll see how this works. I may have been too greedy. The Luke spot has a bit more HP than it seems like it should. Hey, Rose learned Blink. That was the Adamant. And it was our 10th key item, which means we're going to get double XP from here on out. So last of our objectives, we already have a pass, so technically there's a chance we don't even have to go to the moon. It's a pretty low chance, given how many places we've already checked at this point. Pokel's shop also gives us the option to buy, like, super rare items. So there's a decent chance we could find some sort of weapon for Edge there. I think that it can potentially sell both of his legendaries and his ninja swords there. Potential for Stardust Rod. Lots of good stuff. Sirens, obviously, hourglasses, which would make our grind potentially a lot easier. We did get a couple hourglasses. Depending on if this is the Darkness Crystal or not, that'll change how we handle the next step. I'm gonna go get the Excalibur. Either way. Wow. So at this point, we're down to boss hunt. And what that means is we need to go to places with lots of bosses. It's pretty straightforward. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of options. Like the best option we have for... Where can we even go? Sirens. Protect Ring. How many sirens do we have now? 3. Okay. I mean, that should make the rest of the game a lot easier, just to have protect rings. Protect rings are good. Dwarf Castle's left, isn't it? Oh, so is, alright, and we were gonna do our grind. So, let's regret that brief decision, and, just real quick, get a couple levels. Especially now that we know we can buy more sirens. Like, just real quick, knocking out top off in there. That was a lot of levels right off the bat, and that may have been a mistake, actually. I think that might have been my last Artemis arrow. Whoops. Nope, we've still got an Artemis arrow. Okay, so we just basically doubled the levels for several of our characters there. Or more than. If I had looting to do, I would do that, but it's okay. Vanilla Calbrenna. That's interesting. We actually have a good way to take out Calbrenna. I don't think we do. Outside of, like, J items. Technically, I guess Cockatrice would take one out at a time. Boreas. That'll work. What? I apparently don't know how that mechanic works. Oh well. There we go. Edge hits things hard. Also, Rydia's going to grow up after this, which means we're going to have slight better options for her. A couple more spells as well. So this should be Ogopogo, I think. Rosa Clone. I think this is as good a time as any to just get rid of it. Do not want yeet. key items we're still looking for would primarily be the Darkness Crystal right now. Baron Key would give us 3 checks for bosses. We still need to find Dark Imp, and we still need to find, what else is it? Dark Imp and Rubicund. I mean, Darkness Crystal is like 8 checks, something like that, including Giant. Darkness Crystal it is. Okay. So... this is when my brain goes to... this gives us lots of options. Probably don't need to do any more grinding, assuming we can actually take out the bosses on the moon. It's kind of the trick. Like, we actually have a good setup for, like, we already have 10 key items going in, we're gonna get double XP the whole way, we're at, like, level high 30s, low 40s, with our characters. God, this is a rough party. Like, I'm genuinely not sure this party can actually take Zeromus. So I think we check our moon character first. If it's another physical character, we go Berserk primary. Possibly even swap. I'm not even sure who I swap out at this point. Like, Tella, I'm probably just gonna leave in the middle as an anchor and not worry about for Zeromus. Rosa is definitely staying in. Edge is definitely staying in. Feel slightly less confident about that. Basically, Iridia and Porum. Because if I get a Berserker, then having a bunch of white mages, yeah, like that. Like, I feel like we're past the point where Sylph is really good. Oh, we do actually have better equipment there. Iridia's HP does end up a little bit better than Porum. Porum's actually higher level. Iridia is not actually going to contribute that much in Zero or at the Zeromus fight. If we had another black mage, I'd consider it, but okay, let's just real quick get our back row glitches enabled. Excalibur Cecil. Dragoon Shield. Bandana. Dragoon Armor. And a Strength Ring. And I guess we just stick with it for now. Okay. So... this is when I wish I knew the grinds better. Because we should be able to slingshot Cecil at this point. So we're gonna try this. Okay. So we're gonna try this. This may end up being terrible. And of course, I am trying to pull up the step chart here and failing horribly. There it is. And given that we have an edge, we should be able to do pretty well with this. I just realized I don't actually have ethers, so that'll be problematic probably. I'll figure something out. Okay, so let's try this. I think it's this. I mean, it's the D machine, but it's not the right D machine. I suppose I should also be like doing this. That's not what I was trying to do. Once again. So I did this in my FF4 video. A couple times when I just got these guys as random encounters. Okay, so let's figure out turn order quick here. So currently it is Cecil, Edge, Tella, Rosa, Corum. Okay. So we should be able to... That's not the right fight. I was not paying enough attention there. There we go. Unfortunately, not paying enough attention there was actually kind of bad because I did use some MP on Tella. So we'll need to figure that part out quick. I also didn't get life potions. I'm really good at this. You can tell I haven't done this before. Okay, I think I've got enough for one more week here. That's a problem. So that just completely threw my turn order off, and I totally don't have enough for another week. Okay. So we're gonna do Psych from Cecil to get some more MP. We're gonna have Corum. Toss a Cure 3 out quick. This is problematic. Yeah, something's throwing off my, something threw off my pattern there. Forgot if you do physical attacks, it counters. That was not enough MP from the Psych. We're in trouble. Probably should have done Edge, actually. It should be percentage-based damage here that it's doing. Okay, let's just get this guy off the screen at least. That's not what I was trying to do. Great. Well, at least that missed. That's good. So this has been disastrous. Let's just get through it. I don't need that many because the rest of the party is actually in really good shape. Make sure Tella actually has MP still. 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, Edge keeps sneaking extra turns, so that's actually problematic. Well, let's see if this works. How you can tell someone has never done a D machine grind before? In 3 easy steps. Let's just double check real quick here. Yeah, I did not find any either. Okay. So let's psych on Edge quick. I'm actually gonna... I saw something about this on one of the runs. Somebody mentioned that Hermes Sandals actually can reduce casting time. So we're gonna roll through this quick. I'm gonna basically just use this round of MP up and then call it good. The good news is we should be stupid after this. Those Hermes sandals actually seem to help get a little bit more order to this. Literally. Okay. So that was 60 machines. So we get an obscene amount of XP. Cecil just got double. So I may have gone overboard. So we're gonna check the bosses at Giant real quick, just in case it's an obscure spot here. But we just We just took care of our levels. And that was my first successful slingshot. So this should be Plague with 100,000. That's actually a little bit rough. So we should be good here. Yep. So he's going to continually cast Count because Porum won't have it up on her. Get our Berserkers going. This is basically going to be the strategy for the rest of the game. Berserk is good. Cecil. Shockingly, level 64 Cecil with Excalibur is good. I know it's hard to believe. Probably should have saved there, so I got... You know what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think you can do exit here? So at this point, it's either, let's see, it could be Sealed Cave, Moon, Package, I think that's it. Sealed Cave, Moon, or Package. Or Baron. That's it. So we go to the moon and start clearing, or start looking for bosses. I guess technically we should probably still be killing bosses because we may need the Baron key. I'd say let's aim for, we'll fight, some bosses. Basically, if we have an easy way to check on a boss, I don't feel like it's a problem to skip it. If it's not what we're looking for. If it is what we're looking for, then we go over here and remain thankful for the rare drop chance. The rare drop chance for an hourglass. You know, I'm actually almost regretting casting Berserk on Ed just because it adds more animation time. Like, I think just letting Cecil attack is probably faster. Objective complete. Oh, I forgot about Earth Crystal. That's another 2 bosses that are relatively easy. I'm having this weird temptation because, like, Earth Crystal is 2 boss checks really fast. Okay, I think what we do is we leave a save on the moon. So we can save the animation time of going back and forth if we need to. Oops. And we're doing that because Earth Crystal is so low level at this point that it's not worth anything. Actually, let's real quick hop over here. I wasn't even thinking about it, but Edge's weapons suck. Again, if we find something good, we've got the option here. Yeah, like a Murasame and a Long. So that should, like, probably close to double his damage output, which will make it a lot easier for him to keep up with Cecil. We'll burn through these 2 checks quick. If we were, like, down in the lunar subterrane, I wouldn't have done this, but the fact that we were, like, getting in the ship anyway makes it feel slightly less out of the way than it would otherwise. I don't think there's anything super rude that we could run into here. There's our... Nope, that's elements. Oh, you tease. Oh. Well then. I was very excited that we had actually made a good play to get that Rubicante. And I was wrong. Okay, that's the one from the Golbez spot. Duplicate Cecil. Duplicate Tella. Not like it really matters. So I should have actually made a save. Holy crap, that was way more than I was expecting. I guess that's percentage based, isn't it? Never mind. Probably, so technically what I should have done there is made a save after that first fight. This gets another key item check, which could be Baron. Which again is 3 boss checks in 1. Suppose I could also check Sealed Cave while I'm on the ground here. Technically. Ninja shirt. Boss hunts are dumb. I suppose the other thing this does is if I finish my Earth checks, then theoretically I can just walk lunar subterranean when I get back up to the moon. Instead of coming back down and using the pass. So the intention here is just going to be check who the boss is, or check what the key item is, check who the boss is, and then we get to know what the item is before we fight the boss. So if it's Baron Key, we'll know whether the boss is worth fighting or not, which is kind of nice. Sand Ruby, not worth checking. Not Rubicon. See, wasn't that easy? So at this point, we're basically just fighting bosses for key items. I feel like it would be rude not to just go crush these quick. With a Paladin Cecil, Yang will just roll over and we've got a edge with a Murasame and a Lightning Claw. Should be good. Probably actually like heal, I suppose. So my logic is basically these should be just as easy or close to as easy as any of the other bosses that we're dealing with right now. And they're still going to be a key item check. That should do it. Almost? Maybe? There we go. I mean, it's not what I was looking for necessarily, but God damn it, game, stop justifying my terrible decisions. So if I remember right, this place has reasonably high physical attack. I could be remembering this wrong. Yeah, it hits pretty hard. But all we should have to do is have Cecil attack. And it should do the ouch script and end it. There we go. Another protect ring. I hate boss hunts. Like, seriously, my least favorite part of this game is when you get to this point. And you just have one or two bosses left, and it's always the last place you look. Like, it's a guessing game. there's some degree of strategy that goes into it, but overall, it's a guessing. Should probably find life potions at some point, but whatever. At this point, I think we're probably good. We are so kitted out at this point, like, unless we get like a Zeus gauntlet, our equipment's probably staying pretty put. I suppose technically Rosa's still equipped for combat mode, which we did find a heroine robe. So she could even be more set up for combat. If I wanted triple berserker. Honestly, that's probably not a terrible idea, given where we're at. So the big trick here is actually going to be I can't attack with Rosa unless she has Berserk on. If you have Berserk on, it saves that last arrow. So when I actually get to Zeromus, which theoretically at this point, we're down to Package, Baron, Zeromus. Let's do top down. Heroine Robe's weird because it gives you negative mental stats, so as a caster, it makes Rosa a lot less good as a white mage, but it does mean that she gets better as a combatant. The worst part about the point we're at right now is both that we need to find or check all the boss spots, which is random, but also that we're still technically short on one key or two key items that could gate a boss. So we can't shut down entirely. We have to actually, like, if we had the Baron key already, we could just reset out of each of these fights. We wouldn't actually have to fight the bosses. Okay. The reason we're doing top-down is because if we find the Rubicant somewhere on Lunar Subterrane, then we're good. And we can just keep going down instead of going back to Earth. The way this seed felt, it really did seem like it was it had the potential to be it felt like it had the potential to be that last boss hunt that just ends up taking you everywhere. I was thinking like something like Sealed Cave felt like it would be right for it. Like Sealed Cave leads to Baron, leads to Package or something like that. It sounds like about what I should expect from something like this at this point. This has been a pretty rough like it hasn't. The beginning was kind of rough with that weird Teleridia start, but at this point it's just been less hard, more annoying. see what that was. There's our bearing key. So, 3 more bosses. The good news is... Oh crap, we still package. Never mind, we still have to fight everything. Basically, if we don't fight everything at this point, we're taking a risk. Because we'd end up having to go back and fight it again if one of them has the package. And if the Rubicon is behind the package. Buh. So 3 bosses left on the moon, 3 in Baron Castle, 1 behind the package. We're down to 7. There he is. And we just want to do Berserk on Cecil, Berserk on Edge. Berserk on Rosa. I don't think Rosa's even gonna get the Berserk up. Or rather, I don't know if she's actually gonna get an attack off once it... Yeah. All objectives complete. There's our crystal. Let's go heal quick. I never upgrade her to the Sorcerer Robe, whoops. Well, should be good now. So I'm sticking with what I was doing there. Lessons I've learned from this. Don't push yourself on an unnecessary early fight. I should have skipped CPU, and it was not worth it. And at some point I need to learn how much D-machines are actually worth. Or how many D-machine fights I actually need to do for levels to any kind of degree. Because I felt like I was being conservative compared to some D-machine grinds, but I wasn't obviously keeping in mind the fact that I was already at 10 key items, and the fact that I was dealing with a party that was already... where I'd done a few eggs as a grind. So, given the levels on this party, I am not expecting this to be a long fight. I'm not even sure we need to... Do we nerf the first one, or do we just tank it? I think we just zerk up and tank. didn't give Tella the curse ring, did I? Well, we'll find out. Jigglypuff. That's kind of awesome. So unless this rolls stupidly high, we should be fine. There we go. Like, literally, the only person who can actually die here is Porum. And that's on a very, very high roll. Like, I probably don't even need to bother with anything else besides just watching. Like, Cecil could tank 2 or 3 big bangs at this point. And because of the way Berserk works in this game, our party members just keep filling up the queue to the point where Zeromus can't act. Because of the way relative agility works, I must have gotten the curse ring on based on this. That was another shake, which, yep, there we go. One big bang. So that was almost 2.5 hours, which is not a great time, but I was not playing great and didn't always make the best decisions. I probably should have stayed on the moon and just finished clearing it. I felt like doing the easy checks was the smart play, but I obviously was not true. Probably could have made it a bit faster that way. Like I mentioned already, my demishing grind was abysmal, but that is literally the first time I've actually done one. So I will take that as a good thing. Probably didn't need to do the 3 sirens. Just the way that worked out was not probably necessary. I probably could have done 1 and had it be worth it, but the 3 was probably not. And I shouldn't have gone back down to Earth in the middle there. If I did, I should have reset out. I mean, it worked out. I ended up getting the heroine robe from it. I ended up getting Edge's weapons from it. So that actually could have made the end fight a lot slower. But we could have gotten through it with literally just Cecil and Rosa if I needed to. Especially with the levels we were at. So yeah. Let's see our in-game time. Oh, that's lower than I thought. I must have had more resets and stuff than I thought. Oh well. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. Random quick note, we'll post the link also to Wexel's video for this. If you enjoy seeing how other people do approach the same thing, like I said, I'm going to be watching it as well. So hopefully you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time.